wish I knew that. If we could bottle that up, right, then all enterprises would be successful. We actually have a really high rate of preterm birth. It's one of the highest in the country. And so when the neonatologist told me that these preterm infants needed this assistance, it made sense that it was actually born and conceived here. And so that was my final kind of thought process in terms of why to go ahead and launch this. But in terms of why the crowd cares, that surprised me too, actually. My scientific specialty was more in cancer before, and cancer drugs. And I had never really worked in pediatrics or neonatology, but there's a fierce drive to protect our young. And I think the thing that has been most interesting is I see businessmen coming up to me and telling me they want to take care of their grandbabies and what can I do to help them. So it's a very emotional and psychological response that we have, and it's really, really deep-seated for all of us. So maybe that's why that it's opened up this different public support for it. But I'm really pleased, and I'm really grateful for the support. It's just tremendous. I was actually talking to someone this morning, and I think I'm so used to focusing on the academic world that I don't pay as much attention to the social media and the rest of the communication modes that people have. But after the bio challenge in November, the wins, at midnight, I remember this vividly, I was reached out by patients, or not patients, but parents who had lost their children. And two of them found me. But then also by midnight, I had patient advocacy groups, their leaders from both the East Coast and West Coast, contact me.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, I love New Orleans, but do they get the advocate? This is literally what's going through my mind. Like, how did they know about this already? And so they immediately wanted to engage in discussions about what we were doing, and that they were very excited to hear about it, and how soon could we meet. So the publicity is more complex, I guess, than even I recognize, and it doesn't really stem from our company. It does stem from the public and the news media, and how broadly it's been disseminated is quite astonishing. So I'm actually heading out with one of my postdocs in 2 weeks to California to the first meeting for this disease, and we're there to meet with all the key opinion leaders in the area. So it's exciting, and it's really important in terms of moving forward with the disease, not just here, but elsewhere around the country. So I'm grateful for all the press.
Right.